people kind of looking for ways to get a quick musicians or band website up and running. There's many different ways to do this, but I actually recently found a really great site called flavors.me, which basically what it is it allows you to set up a real quick website instantly and then kind of aggregate all the information that musicians and bands and actually all sorts of people are using real quickly. For bands specifically, you can import your Bandcamp, SoundCloud, Twitter feeds, and all that sort of stuff. So I'm just going to kind of walk through that quickly and show how quickly you can get that up and running. Here's the flavors.me homepage, and I'm just looking through some of the real features quickly. It's $20 a year for the premium account. The free one can kind of get you a taste, but for $20 a year, includes the hosting and everything. And you can use all that free social media and stuff like that that you use normally out there. It works really, really well. So let's just go ahead and create an account and see how this kind of runs. You can see a bunch here that all the litany of different services it supports. So you can sign up with all these different accounts here, but let's just create a quick artist page for myself. Presume it'll probably ask me to do some sort of nope, not even a concept. Okay, so here you go. You got the main page quickly here, and it kind of shows you this is the blank template. Up on the top right, you can do the design page. They've changed this a little bit since the last time I've used it before. So from the design page, you can kind of quickly show you, it actually walks you through how to add the different services. Since this is the free account, it won't show you everything, but I will show you briefly a pro account after I kind of get this done. But let's go ahead and just kind of create something really quick. Here you can kind of set up some content services. So let's add some services. So you can see there's quite a bit of services here. We got Bandcamp, Dig, Etsy, Flickr, Goodreads, Instagram, all sorts of different things that you may be using for social media to kind of aggregate stuff in. So let's go ahead. I'll add a couple services here. I'm just going to copy and paste my URL. Click connect. It adds the Bandcamp service. And it just kind of quickly shows up on the right-hand side. Now I'm using kind of just the default template, so what we'll do first here is just kind of import a couple things and see how that works. Let's go ahead and connect to SoundCloud. Takes you to the new SoundCloud page. Click connect. And it should redirect me back over to Flavors. There we go. I got my SoundCloud connected. And we'll do one last one. We'll just go ahead and... Actually, we'll do two last ones. We'll connect to YouTube. Bring that back over, and I'll import Twitter as well, because that seems like that's probably going to be the most things that I would say most musicians are using. And most of these actually work really nicely because they just kind of use an authorization preference, since most of these sites are using an API of some sort. Okay, so here we see now the basic page. It kind of gives you a landing page. I got my welcome up top, my flavors page, and then my 3 or 4 services. And kind of the way flavors generally works is you click on a service, and then it displays that service on the part of the page somewhere. So here I have all my Bandcamp albums showing up, SoundCloud. Click on that. My recent songs have all showed up on there. YouTube, got my videos from YouTube, and Twitter. Now here's where you can kind of get in. You can customize each of these services when you upgrade. Design. Now you can kind of play out with your page. When you have the free account, it only has a couple of the layouts really kind of set up, but I'll just kind of walk through some of these. And you can click on them, just kind of loads them up. Sidebar, this one's kind of like a traditional sort of blog layout in many respects. But let's first go ahead and upload a background image. This is kind of where the strength of Flavors lies in. And if you look at any sort of Flavors page, usually kind of is very minimalist, but has a great kind of background thing going. So I took a couple quick photos from my studio. All right, let's take a couple of these photos. Actually pull them off to my desktop here. Let's pull this one and see how this looks. Let's see. Let's make it full screen. This is not the best photo in the world, but it kind of gives you an idea of what's going on here. Just kind of blast photo that I took from my thing. And And here you can kind of play more with the content of stuff. You can see how your content lays out. You can play with colors. Let's go to a color picker really quick. Do some quick customs. Yeah, let's just make this black and see what that does. Throw the opacity to about 60%. Service, and that's what we're actually looking at now. Throw that again, 60%. Let's make the links. We got orange kind of floating around happening over here, so I'll just pull up an orange. That looks pretty good. I'll pull up these links too. Make it another orange. Not quite sure which one I used, but and here's just kind of a sample of what we have going on for the page here. You can kind of see how nicely kind of some of this stuff can get laid out. You know, I got my pages going on here. And again, you get into different services and you can elaborate them more as you play around with stuff. And you can see kind of quickly how powerful you can set up just a real quick web page for an artist for yourself in just a couple of minutes. Let's go up to my About page. Write a short bio. Dynamic interplay. And then once you start to get some content in here, you can play around with design a little bit more. See what sort of layouts work best for different sorts of pages. And what it's nice is that it kind of preserves all that information for you. Let's try what widescreen looks like. Which is really pretty cool. So then I got my real quick stuff up top here. I click on Bandcamp, it loads up all my musician stuff. Click on SoundCloud, I can see my recent tracks and stuff. See here I got, you know, I'm over my SoundCloud. You can see how the tracks play out. Does it in a nice little kind of, it doesn't load the custom page for thing, but you know, you got the nice now little playing down here. It kind of has a nice little player. Same sort of thing for Bandcamp. It would be nice if on the Bandcamp it actually showed the purchase now button for stuff, but overall it's a real nice kind of simple little thing for artists to do things. And what I'll do, let me go ahead and switch over to the Pro account. And I'll just kind of show you guys what that sort of stuff looks like, because there's a couple additional features you can kind of get in there. So here's my personal page that I've set up. I actually don't really use this a lot for music, but I do have it linked to that. So here I have my home page. I got my blog linked in, which I'm happy to use Posterous, but I can use just about any blogging service. I got my albums, my music's from SoundCloud, my YouTube videos, which I've customized out, and you can see it'll play that stuff all kind of nice in a full screen view. I have my Goodreads list and Instagram and Twitter. This is kind of used for my personal stuff. So now that I'm in here with the Pro account, you can see there's a ton more layouts that are kind of preset. Now that again, you can't really completely customize this stuff, but you can get into some sort of additional features on here. It even allows you to set up and kind of customize a mobile page and that sort of thing. And you can also customize the metadata that shows up on Google search results. So it's actually a pretty nice real thing. Cost is $20 a year, includes the hosting, but it doesn't actually host any content itself. It just basically aggregates all your social media. And from there, you can use all the different free stuff out there. You know, setting up a URL, custom URL that I have costs about $11 or $10 a year. I have a .me thing for my personal stuff, and you can use anything for your own. So I hope you guys like this. It's just kind of a little introduction to set up a quick, easy web page for yourself.